is right, but black is wrong. If you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you. Desperate babes on the prowl, in search of a white man.
Martin Luther King Jr. fought for divestors. This is what the divestor posted on her TikTok page, which is linked below. Notice how black women think you can be pro-black with a white husband and biracial children. Now you see why the black community is the way it is. The only reason why divestors claim pro-blackness with white men and mixed children because they expect the simp black man to do what their white man should have done. Divestors still expect black men to build for them, protect them, and give them money. The white man isn't doing any of this because the white man looks down on divestors and thinks his micro-pickle is doing a favor for divestors. White men really don't like divestors.
I'll tell you all the time that I went out with a cop and he was low-key kind of racist. Okay, so we met on Tinder, you know, and we've been talking for a while on Tinder. Mind you, this is a long time ago, a very, very long time ago. Okay, thank you. We was texting for a while, probably like 3 weeks before we met. Well, we had our date, and he lived like an hour away from me. And so that's kind of why, and our schedules never really lined up. And this was actually Easter weekend, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because me and my family, we celebrated Easter on a Saturday. And Easter was on a Sunday. Okay, so we made plans to do mini golfing and then sushi after. That's what we did. So he was like, yeah, I'm not really familiar with the place. Like, do you know any like spots around you that we could do? And I was like, oh, well, there's like a mini golfing place and it's like really fun. You can drink while you play mini golfing. And he was like, yeah, like let's do that. So we did that. So he came to pick me up. And when he picked me up, okay, first of all, white man, of course. And he was like 6'1". He was really tall, actually. He was like 6'2", 6'1". And he was like 26, 27. So he's old as fuck. Mind you, 22. So he was old as fuck. Well, like, not in my age bracket. He was kind of old. So he picked me up, and he had flowers, which was really, really cute. Like, I was like, oh, that was cute. And I made him wait, like, oh my gosh, 10 minutes, maybe 20, because I wasn't done getting ready. But he came with flowers. I thought that was cute for a first day. And I was like, oh, like, he actually so sweet. So he picked me up. The conversation wasn't bad right there. Like, I can't think of anything that was a red flag. He wasn't ugly. He was cute. But I couldn't think of anything as a red flag. Like, we were talking, getting to know each other, and, like, he needed, like, directions to the place. So it wasn't bad all in all. Like, he was telling his cop stories, and I was like, oh, yeah, like, I couldn't be a cop. Like, that's, like, too much physical labor. And he was like, yeah, like, I do a lot of running, and yada, yada, yada. So we went to the mini golfing place, and his outfit, it was Easter, so he had on colored shorts and, like, a colored polo. Easter colors, like, they were light. I was just like, okay, like, type shit. Come back for part 2. Okay, so we got there at the mini golfing place, and everything was still going good. So there was still no red flags at the moment. So there was like this course where you had to like hit the ball kind of in a wall. Like the wall had a hole in it. It's probably make no sense. I don't know how to describe it. But the wall had like a hole in it. You had to hit the ball like in the hole. And I did that, but then there was a net and my ball got stuck on the net. And I was like, oh, like my ball got stuck. But there was like a railing next to it. So I was like, I'm just going to jump on the railing and hit my ball with my golf club so it can like come down. And so I did that. And he was, like, behind me. He was, like, holding my hips, making sure I didn't fall. I was like, oh, like, that was really cute. So, like, that gives you, like, a sense of, like, how the date was going. Like, it was going good. So, after we were done playing, he was, like, I guess he wanted to do more. Well, yeah, he did want to do more. So, he was like, oh, like, do you want to drink? And I can get us some arcade, like, tickets, card. Like, it was on a card. He was like, I can get us, like, tickets so we can play, like, arcade games. I was like, yeah. So, I gave him my ID so he can go get drinks. And then I went in the bathroom because I needed to pee. So, that whole thing happened. I came back out. He got me a drink, and then we started to play arcade games. Mind you, this man loaded, like, I think he said he spent, like, $70 on tickets. I'm like, we're not playing that much game. Like, the arcade area was so freaking small. I don't know why the fuck he, like, bought so many tickets. Whatever. So we were playing, we were being competitive. It was going, like, okay. Like, it was going good. So, like, that whole thing happened. And then we we're done. And I was like, and we still had tickets left over, like hella tickets left over. And I was like, yeah, like I'm done. Like we tried every single one. He's like, are you hungry? I was like, no, not really, but I can rally for you. Mind you, your girl was tipsy at this point. Like I had an IPA, which had fucking 14% alcohol in it. So your girl was low-key feeling good. And then I took the shots before. So your girl was like feeling good. Like she was social. Like we were vibing. Like good vibes were going on. So we got back in the car, and then he was like, oh, where do you want to go to eat? And he was like, sushi? And I was like, yeah, I'm down for sushi. And then I took him to a sushi spot close by. And so everything's going good. We was eating sushi. And then the conversation at dinner was crazy. Like, he started talking about his ex, which is fine. Like, it's okay. But then he started to talk about his ex. Come back for, I think, part 3. So while we was eating, he was talking about his ex, and he was saying how his ex, like, upped and left him. I'm sorry, it's not funny. His ex, like, upped and left him. And they had a place together, and he was stuck with the place when his ex left, and he had to move out because he couldn't afford it on his own. Yeah. And then he was saying how him and his ex never had sex. Like, she just didn't want to have sex with him, and all of that. Like, there was more to it, but just to sum it up. And to this day, I still don't know the ex name. Like, I know her name because he kept saying her name, and I'm just like, okay, like, I love that for you. And then he kept on bringing up how he has a girl best friend, and how his girl best friend is his best friend. So, like, both of them are his best friends, and how, he's, like, send me Snapchats of her all the time, of her, like, flicking me off of the camera. I'm like, girl, I don't want your man. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god, I forgot to say that. He was like, it was one night, he was like, yeah, I'm going to the bar with, her name. I forgot her name. I was like, oh. He was like, yeah, like, I have a girl best friend, and, we always joke around, and we always drink together, and we got into an argument, and she told me when I'm going to apologize to her, and we're going out for drinks. And I was just like, okay, like, love that for you, your best friend, girl best friend. But he kept, and then, I think he asked me, like, how do I feel about that? And I was like, well, I don't really, like, personally, I don't really want my man hanging out with a girl that I don't, like, you know. And he was like, yeah, like, I get that, like, that's reasonable. And I was like, yeah, like, would you cut her off if we started dating? And he's like, oh, you're jealous, I like that. I'm like, no, buddy, it's just boundaries, not jealousy. But, yeah, that's how, like, us eating went, and we were all done. And so, this is where it got racist, girl. So we were driving, so we were done eating sushi, he paid all that shit. And then we were driving back to my place so he can drop me off. Y'all, so we got into talking about, like, his, like, the crimes in his area. And he was like, yeah, like, it's a very, high rate, like, crime city. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's crazy. And then he was like, yeah, you know, guys, I kid you fucking not. He was like, yeah, you know how black people are the troubled race. What the fuck? I kid you fucking not. He said that shit. Can't even keep a straight face. He said, yeah, you know, black people are the troubled race of the race. And I'm like, first of all, I fucking laughed. Sorry, I laughed. So I started laughing, and I was like, what do you mean by that? I'm confused. And he was like, oh no, you know how white people are white people are white trash race. It's the same thing. And I was just like, what are we doing? Stereotyping? Like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was confused, because I'm like, where the fuck did this red flag came from? And then he was like, he said something, and I was like, oh, you only date black girls? He's like, yeah, I find black girls attractive. And he was like, my last ex, the one that he kept talking about all night, she was light-skinned. Girl, that's not black, that's different from being black. Let's pop the brakes, girl. That's different. Biracial and black are different. Let's back the fuck up. But he kept saying that. He was like, yeah, like, she was mixed, and I only find black girls attractive. I don't find white girls attractive. Yada yada, man. Just kept going on and on and on. Girl, I was just like, I need to go home. Like, you don't fucking drive this car fast enough. After he said that whole black people on the trouble to race, girl, I was ready to fucking get the fuck on. And so we got to my place. We was like on the side of the street of my place, and I was like, okay, like, it's been fun. Like, thank you. Yada yada yada. And then he was like, and then I hugged him in the car, and he was like, do I get a kiss? Bitch, you get the fuck out. A fucking kiss, girl. I was like, no, I'm sorry, I don't really kiss on the first date. No, girl, you're not getting no fucking kiss. And so that happened, and then I left, and then he texted me that he made it back, and I was like, great, glad you made it back, thank you for the date, I enjoyed it. Girl, never talked to him since. Girl, blocked him so fast. Girl, unfollowed him, unmatched him. Girl, no thank you. But yeah, that's my story.
My ex-boyfriend, when we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue-eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of these politics. I still have my own. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend was 22 years younger than me, hot MAGA Republican New York City police officer. Yeah. To hear more about that, come to my show at City Winery in New York City, July 28th. It's a Monday, showtime 8 p.m.
Hey y'all, so okay. I came around to ask a question because I'm a little irritated in the moment, and well, it's been a few moments because it's been about an hour, but I got a nigga I to deal with, right? So we cool or whatever. Now, I'm just gonna give y'all some context. He's 32. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm 32 and he's 49. Okay, so cool. He don't have no kids, nothing, right? Not having kids at 49 is a red flag, right? I know, but he cool though. He cool. So my son is 9. My daughter is 7. I mean, my daughter is 8. Okay, my bad. So my daughter is 8 and my son is 9. Okay, so my son is also autistic. Cool. So if you have an autistic kid or you know an autistic kid, then you know like the little stuff that comes with autism. Now, he's not that far on the spectrum, so like he's verbal, he can speak for himself, he can dress himself, he can do certain things, but he does have like the stemming and just a lot of the other whatever. Cool. So I kind of feel like me and the guy that I'm dealing with are bumping heads because either he doesn't know how to deal with kids that are autistic or children in general, but I've noticed like he like try to be like, to me it seemed like he being extra mean to my son knowing his condition, and I don't like that. So it's not like he yelling at him or nothing, but like he want him to be quiet all the time. It's like that's not realistic. And I don't know if it's the fact that he doesn't have children. I don't know if it's the fact that I feel like people pick on my son because he's autistic, because people definitely treat my son a certain type of way based off of him being autistic and his sister's not. So it's like, oh, she easier to deal with, bitch. He ain't never said that, but I'm just saying. So with that being said, I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying, like like what is it? I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt and saying like, okay, well maybe you just ain't never dealt with kids before, because baby, kids don't sit down. Kids, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they sit down for a certain amount of time, but it's the, first off, to me, it's the summertime. They out of school. They don't want to sit in the house being quiet. That's my thing. And even when they are in the house, they on the game, they don't want to be quiet. Like, they're not even yelling. It's more like a, you know, just talking. And he got high ceiling, so it's a little loud. But it's not loud to where it's like a party going on and screaming and hollering and just chaotic. It's nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You can hear them talking. Now, mind you, this man is deaf. And I feel like the moment he see my kids talking, just certain stuff that my kids do annoy him. And I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Like, let me know, TikTok. Like, am I tripping? Like, because I'm trying not to. And this is all happening, like, in the moment. Like, I'm in this moment right now. So it's like, let a nigga know, because, baby, I ain't gonna lie. Even, no matter what y'all fucking say, I'm going home. And I'm probably gonna never talk to this man again. Unless God come knock on my door and tell me I made a mistake. Oh, and the part that I like, a big part that I forgot is that he white. So like, and with all the shit that's going on right now, I ain't gonna lie, y'all know that shit got me thinking like, is this shit like back in the day where they used to feel like they could fuck on black women and like, like I don't know, maybe I'm Aquarius and I'm just over fucking thinking this shit. But you know, drop in the comments what y'all think, and yeah, I might do a full story time when I get home.
A black woman who moved from the U.S. to Russia to escape discrimination and racism revealed on social media that the entire plan backfired on her in a disturbing way. Francine Villa was born in Russia but moved to the U.S. with her family when she was a kid. In a heartbreaking video, Francine claims that both she and her baby were brutally attacked by racist neighbors in Moscow. She detailed the alleged assault on Instagram. Now, the fact that the attack occurred in her homeland is an extra painful blow. Villa had previously spoken about her move in the 2020 documentary Back in the USSR, which aired on the Russian state media channel RT. Villa said that her great-grandfather George Tynes, who hails from Virginia, worked as an agriculturalist after moving to the Soviet Union in the 1930s. Now, much of her family still lives there, but at a young age, she moved with her mother to the United States. It was there that she spent most of her life until experiencing what she described as a traumatizing experience with police. Villa explained in the documentary that she'd approached officers for help during an emergency, but that they turned on her instead, throwing her to the ground. It was then that she decided it was time to leave. That was back in 2019. Here is how she explained it. Quote, "Why did I make up my mind to move to Russia? I wanted to leave a country where I was facing discrimination. After a year living in Moscow, she told RT, quote, I feel free living in Russia because in Russia, no matter what time it is, I can walk outside and I'm safe." 5 years later, that proved to be a fantasy. Following the alleged attack, Villa took to Instagram with blood still on her face, saying a couple in her apartment building beat her with fists while she was with her 2-year-old and yelled racial slurs at her in Russian. In edited footage shared by Villa of the incident, the couple can be seen arguing with her in the hallway of her building, threatening to throw out her belongings while she was seemingly blocked from entering her own apartment.
Вы в России давно живете? Почему вы ко мне на «ты»?
Я не могу выйти и входить в свою квартиру. Напугает моего ребенка.
Он пуганный плачет, бедняжка. Да, зайка, ты плачешь, да? Плачешь, зайка.
Now, she accuses her neighbors of changing the locks, cutting off the electricity, and even tossing her baby's stroller down the stairs. She also claims her child was left with bruises following the incident. In footage taken from a hospital, Villa can be seen weeping in distress in the aftermath of this alleged attack. She says she's filed complaints to the police but claims they aren't helping or responding.
As you can see, white men are just being racist and beating up divestors when no one is looking. White men treat divestors like pure garbage, but the divestor waits until the very last minute to expose this. In the meantime, the divestor will blame black men as a coping mechanism. Links are in the description. Please stop letting divestors and undercover divestors dictate and influence anything in the black community. Divestors will have your young sons and daughters thinking that Martin Luther King fought for black women to be used for recreational use by white men. Talk about revising history.